Good afternoon or evening, everyone. We're going on to game week 15 already, which is mad. The season coming along way too fast, and we've dipped down the table a bit. It would kind of come in really because we don't have any strikers, so I don't blame them at all. I think we've had a great start. We've got to remember that we're not the Premier League team that have gone down to the Championship. We're a League One team that have gone up to the Championship, and where we're at and how the season have started, we should be very proud and not thinking about where we were 6 years ago. If you look at like Portsmouth, where they used to be, and then they've been down there in League One for a while, they're not thinking about, or they shouldn't be thinking about that. They were there as a really good Premier League team. Same with Stoke, they've been in Europa League, and our opponents this weekend, Wigan as well. They've won the FA Cup, so and then they had that European spell. So it shows that we can't think about the past anymore. We've got to go on from the future. We're a League One team. We've come to the Championship, and we're trying to compete in the Championship and build, and maybe one day hope that we'll be in the Premier League. So that, first of all, what we're thinking is that we can't be disheartened. Yeah, in our last 4 fixtures, we've had 3 draws and 1 loss. And Swansea the other day, it was a bit gutting because in that second half, we actually did do all right. But let's move on. We're into the next fixture. They've one go behind us. We move forward. We don't look behind. First, I'd like to thank all my subscribers. We're at 285 now from recording this video. So we're really pushing towards that 300 mark. So that's fantastic. If you're not subscribed already, then maybe consider subscribing. Well, depending if you like what I'm saying. If you don't like it, then I'm not going to ask you to subscribe, because I like all my subscribers to actually be people who do like my videos and want to see future ones. If you do think of any video ideas that you'd like me to do, again, just let me know. Always like to have feedback and have new ideas from another perspective of what you'd like to see, and maybe I'll consider doing it. So yeah, join the TDM army, Devon Mackham, and let's go into it. Oh, if you haven't already, leave your prediction for the game week below. Luton versus QPR first. QPR are flying high at the moment, and if they win this one, and Sheffield United and Norwich, I believe, lose or get a draw, QPR will be top of the league, and I do think they'll win. And I think it will be Luton 0, QPR 1. They really could be in contention for going up to the Premier League this season. Next up, we've got Rotherham versus Huddersfield. Rotherham has started slipping down now. They're in 18th. I think Huddersfield are in 19th or 20th, maybe even 21st, actually. I do think it'll be a draw. Rotherham 1, Huddersfield 1. Then we've got Bristol City versus Millwall. Again, Bristol City are trying to climb up the table there. Millwall kind of in mid-table, which I predicted them to be anyway. I think Bristol City 2, Millwall 1. Then we've got Burnley versus Swansea. And Swansea are on fantastic form at the moment. They beat us the other day. Kicked us all around there, whatever they're called anymore, not Liberty Stadium, I don't know, Swansea.com Stadium. But Burnley are doing well as well, and they're in 4th place. So I do think this will be a draw, but high scoring. We've seen that Swansea can score. I think it'll be Burnley 2, Swansea 2. Then we've got Cardiff versus Coventry. 2 teams doing all right in terms of Cardiff. Coventry, not so much. And then they've had a few fixtures obviously postponed, and they've got to catch up a bit, but they're still bottom of the table. I think it'll be Cardiff 1, Coventry 0 for this one. Then we have Middlesbrough versus Blackburn. Middlesbrough again not doing too well. Blackburn doing well. They've dropped off a little bit and let a few teams like QPR take them over, but they're still doing well. I think it'll be Boro 1, Blackburn 2. Then we have Preston versus Stoke. 2 teams around that mid-table mark. Preston have been doing all right there. They had that good draw against us, and then they beat Norwich. I think it'll be Preston 1, Stoke 1. Then we have Reading versus West Brom. I'm about to say West Ham then. That's not right. West Brom. And I think Reading 2, West Brom 0. As West Brom are not doing too well at all as of yet. And I thought they'd be up there in the playoffs, and then they are in mid-table. Then we've got Sheffield United versus Blackpool. Sheffield United, again, like I said, if they win, others won't go the other way, they could be going back up to the top. It'll be Sheffield United 3, Blackpool 1 for this one. Just too good. I really do think Sheffield United will win the league this year. Really do. Watford versus Norwich next. Very big game. Watford have started slipping out. I think they're in 13th, I believe, maybe 12th, around that kind of mid-table mark. So not too great currently. I think it might even be a bit further down than that now. I haven't looked at the table since the weekend. But I think this one will be Watford 1, Norwich 2. Norwich had a little blip against Preston at home, losing. But I think they'll come back to it. Beat Watford at Vicarage Road. Watford 1, Norwich 2. Then we've got Hull versus Birmingham, and Hull are doing terrible. They are doing so bad. They're in there in that relegation crap, and it will be for the rest of the season, I believe, anyway. Birmingham doing all right. They've started to climb back up the table again. They've had, obviously, a few good results. I think this one will be Hull 0, Birmingham 3. Then lastly, we've got Sunderland versus Wigan. And we have, I think, 5 ex-players that are coming to the Stadium of Light back again. I think it's Matt Power, James McLean. We've got Nathan Broadhead, Charlie Wyke. And I think there was one more. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure there's one more, though. But we've definitely got 4 then. And they're going to want to... Ashley Fletcher, he played for Wigan. There you go, 5. I knew there were 5. They're going to want to prove something coming back. Ashley Fletcher didn't do too well for us. Obviously, Charlie Wyke, fantastic, like I said, to see him back in full health again and playing football. Because he really had that turn for the work, had that heart condition. And he, definitely could have been some big trouble. And then, obviously, Christian Eriksen as well. It's great to see him back. So I hope we give him a clap round all round and we don't boo him. Because after all, he did a fantastic job for us to bring us up to where we are now. And we obviously just didn't give him that contract. He didn't hate us. He had nothing against us at all. And he really did perform well. So I think he should always go down there as a Sunderland legend. Because he really did take us from those dark times up to back where we are again. So Charlie Wyke, hope everyone gives him a clap as he comes on. James McLean, boo him, shout him, throw stuff at him. Only joke a bit. Yeah, boo him. Definitely boo James McLean. We hate James McLean. But Charlie Wyke, I think even Nathan Broadhead should have that clap. Matt Power, fantastic for us as well. Ashley Fletcher, not even bothered about. But yeah, I don't think we should give any hate. Definitely no hate for Charlie Wyke. And if I do see hate from there, honestly, you're just not. You're not a good supporter. You're not a good Sunderland fan. But for this one, I don't think we'll win this one. I think Wigan are a good team now. I think they've really improved from last year when we beat them at their place. And I was there and it was a fantastic game. But I think this one will be Sunderland 1, Wigan 1. I can't see it going any other way than that. So yeah, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, weekend. Ross Stewart is a legend. Hopefully he'll be back soon. And I'll see you very soon.